there, Aquarius. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, all you need to do is go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Or, of course, we may also simply just follow those links down below. And I'm also got a sale going on right now, 20% off all services, including gift certificates. I'm also now accepting tips and donations. And your Build a Spread horoscopes will be back coming up very soon. So, what is going on when it comes to this coming week? Well, this week is all about you Aquarian people getting things back into a place of evenness. And what I'm finding is that you're going to be experiencing where a lot of people, a lot of circumstances, or, relationships have kind of gotten stuck in sort of a one-track mind, possibly even in a way where there's been a lot of frenetic energy, a lot of maybe chaotic energy, prompting people to sort of lock down or lock up when it comes to how they are going about their business or how they're going about sharing their business, sharing their space, emotions, time, and communications and energies with you. And this week is ultimately going to be focused on healing and on clearing and maybe even bringing some serious harmony back into spaces where they have been chaotic for far too long. Now, the thing you've got to keep in mind is sometimes chaotic doesn't always look chaotic on the outside. Sometimes people get really narrow and really rigid in times of chaos. They start spouting, their talking points, and they start protecting themselves, and they start copying and pasting their life day after day to try and get this illusion of control back. And you may be finding that that looks on the surface like somebody who's actually got it all put together and they've got it figured out. Truth of the matter is, they couldn't be more lost. You may be finding that this is a period where you have a chance to correct where those kinds of choices made by others or in groups or in families, in relationships that you've been in, you can correct the course where something has kind of lost its way. And that's a big focus of what's going on with the Four of Swords upright, because we are bringing in this harmony, this peace, this healing into every space that we're working on, slowing things down so that they can, in a sense, wake up. It's a little counterintuitive, but sometimes, right, when people are getting into that very frenetic space or certain circumstances or creations are in a very anxious, tense, nervous, frightened way, they have a tendency to not only lock down, but get tunnel vision, right? They don't see what's going on with everyone around them or how far they've come down this particular road. And so we are wrangling things back up, getting things back into a place of order and harmony by slowing down the frenetic activity and also helping people to soften up when it comes to maybe the barriers, the armor, the shields they're putting up, right? The tantrums and talking points they're hiding behind, or maybe the fake it till you make it, sort of, I'm going to turn over a new leaf, start a new life by assuming a whole new fake self. You're going through this week and making sure that you are helping in the best of ways possible get everything back to their pure organic truth. And the Four of Swords does that by also slowing down things that have been getting carried away. And when we start to do that, we're also going to be unlocking a lot of new opportunities for ourselves to kind of settle into a more even way to prosper and thrive when it comes to both our social lives and our professional lives. In fact, as we get on to your material concerns, your material wealth, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And what's interesting is that I'm not actually getting anything overtly hostile from this queen. Normally when I see the Queen of Swords reversed, I'm like, okay, guns out. But not necessarily in this case. And I'm actually feeling with the Queen of Swords reversed, there's something going on where you are actually building a very good professional relationship with somebody who might be holding or externalizing a very deep, very personal wound. Sometimes this can happen where people fight the battles that they should be keeping on the inside, on the outside. And with the Queen of Swords reversed, this does look like something that actually can be harmonized with that Four of Swords. But what's important to understand is that this might not necessarily be something that we can solve or work with all at once. As a financial or professional transaction or negotiation, this may require us to maybe be a bit more persistent when it comes to keeping things actually more real. It's important to know when it's okay to get more familiar and more personal to help get past the walls, the barriers, and the armor that she's holding up. Because I'm seeing somebody brandishing a lot of repellent, maybe a lot of repellent material, but it's not necessarily that this person is trying to hurt you. I kind of feel like you're seeing a boss or a potential boss, a collaborator, or maybe even somebody who's working with or for you, or even a customer or a client, in a moment where they are trying to protect what they're afraid they're going to lose. And they're doing it in a way where they're almost sealing their own, ill fate. This is a time, though, where if you can, create a bridge, you may actually find that you've turned this Queen of Swords reversed right side up and secured yourself a new line of prosperity and abundance. If you're willing to take that up, it's a completely free will thing. But just be prepared for what you're walking into. I don't think she's going to stay on her head for long. As we get on to your communications, your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, we've got the Seven of Swords in reverse. And what's very interesting here is that I'm seeing something coming back to you that you are entitled to keep, something you're entitled to have. This may be something that was either lost or taken away from you, or maybe even stolen. Now, this might not literally have been something stolen, but it could have been credit, it could have been an entitlement, it could have been an opportunity. But we see a gift of something being retrieved and something actually being gifted back to you or returned to you through a friend or a relative this week. And this could even also be bringing us back to a space where we are connecting with friends that we feel are, not only true blue, but it's also opening up opportunities for us to get better acquainted and reconnected with things that maybe other people cost us. Other people may have lost us. When we talk about things like maybe losses we incurred through certain associations, problems that maybe were caused by, old partners or former spouses, things along those lines, we have boomerangs coming back for us. As we get on to your challenge this week with your challenges or lessons that may present as challenges, we do have the King of Swords in reverse. And you have to be mindful this week that a lot of dysfunction or a lot of issues that are coming up are really a result of people trying to be something they're not, or trying to guard a deep, dark secret about themselves in order to actually maybe under an assumed identity start a different life inorganically, unnaturally. And you want to make sure that you are very, very crystal clear in your judgment this week. I mean, we're not supposed to be judging people, but when I say judgment, I just mean assessment, actually seeing things clearly for what they really are. Because some people, the secrets they're keeping are very valuable, even if they're actually guarding them with their lives. But sometimes with the King of Swords reversed, we also find that these deep, dark secrets, or the lie that they're living, or whatever they're keeping in their closet, we have to see in order to know who we should not be having anything to do with, or having any kind of work or alliance with whatsoever. And you're going to need to be discerning, because I do feel like while the Queen of Swords reversed over there is ultimately in a space where it's like, look, if she could just kind of get over herself and her, and externalizing her problems for a second, she could be a great boss or a great friend or a great customer or a great ally. But with the King of Swords reversed, I'm looking over here and I'm thinking, okay, we have to get people to own the stuff that they don't want to live down, or to embrace the stuff they want to kind of keep as a secret, keep behind closed doors. Maybe things that are totally harmless, or things that are dark they have to face the music with. And with the Four of Swords, this is something that you will need to understand. If those who are working on facing the music are okay, but those who are not, let them go. As we get on to your relationships, we talk about love, romance, partnerships. We've got the Devil upright. And with the Four of Swords juxtaposed to the Devil, I do feel that there is an opportunity for you to actually do a bit of healing for yourself or for your partnership by actually indulging something that you have maybe been blocking yourself from enjoying, something that you both maybe sorely miss. I do feel like, this is why these are for 18 plus only. This could be something intimate, bedroom stuff, at the risk of sounding smutty. But it's important to understand with the Devil that this is meant to be something that is something honest and true to the both of you. This is not something that is externalizing anything that would be considered unhealthy. The Devil card upright, for those of you who are maybe single, are looking, does indicate that there will actually be a very, very powerful chemistry with a new person coming this week, but it is mostly bedroom chemistry. So you want to make sure that you are not basing any kind of relationship foundations on that, or letting any kind of emotional attachments blossom from that in and of itself. That's not good enough to hold up any kind of relationship. Doesn't mean it can't happen down the road, but the Four of Swords is also indicating harmonize, slow down. Sometimes under this, people can get carried away, and we want to make sure that we are keeping this in a place where it is natural, in balance, and healthy for everyone. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And if you ever want to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.